Hey everybody, it's Marwan Bambley here and welcome to my new channel. This is my second YouTube channel. I'm going to link the first one down below in the description, but this channel is all about analog sketching and more of a teaching approach to how to sketch cars and products. I wanted to create this channel because I really miss sketching with pen and paper. It's so much fun and I do it every single day, and I thought, why not share it on a second channel? So what we're gonna do in this first video of this brand new channel is sketch a truck. I'm gonna show you how to sketch a truck using a method I call the box slide method. That means that we're going to use boxes in a very simplistic way to create the truck. We're going to first build up the truck by using 3 different boxes, and then once those boxes are in place, we are going to start adding all the radiuses and curvatures and so on to the sketch. And if you like what you see in this video, please hit the subscribe button. That really means a lot to me. It shows that you're interested in this type of videos, and I'm going to keep uploading videos every single week. Now let's get into the truck sketch of today. This is what we will be creating in this video, a truck in side view, and I'm going to show you all the steps you need to take even if you haven't sketched a truck before. And in this video we're going to focus on this side view of the truck. The tools you're going to be needing for this is either a pen, any pen will do. I use a Bic Round Stic. You can even use a pencil if you feel more comfortable with that. And the paper that I'm using is just a regular print paper. So nothing special and nothing fancy. This is not marker paper. Just pick any paper that you can find around you and any pen, and let's get started. Alright, so sketching a truck. Let's get started here. I'm going to try and keep this very simple. So if this is the first time you're sketching, I want you to be able to follow along in this tutorial here. So we're going to use boxes to create this truck here, or a similar truck. We might not use the markers, but we're going to get the overall shape of this truck. First thing you want to do is grab a pen. I'm using a Bic pen, and that is this pen right here. You can use any pen that you have available, or pencil if you prefer that. And this paper is just a regular print paper, so nothing special. It's not marker paper or anything like that. Now, what you want to do first is create a line. Just a simple line like this. And what we want to do next is create the boxes that is going to build up this truck here. So depending if it's a 4-door truck or if it's a 2-door truck, it depends on how broad or how wide you want this box here to be. You can make it into a 2-door truck by extending this part right here, or you can make it into a single cab by just cutting it a little bit earlier, and that's what I'm doing right here. Now we have the general proportions here of the truck, and you get these proportions by looking at photos, and you can have, for example, you can have a reference picture next to you when you're sketching this. That would make this a whole lot easier, especially if you're just starting out. Now what we want to do next is place out where the wheels are going to go. So where are the wheels going to go here? We have the wheel in the center of the bed. So we have the point center of the wheel right there. And then we have the front axle almost in the center of this box right here. And you can see now why it's so helpful to sketch using boxes, because you kind of get an understanding, or you have a bunch of guidelines to help you with your sketching when you're using boxes like this. So from here, we have all the proportions down. This is pretty much the basic proportions of the truck that we're going to make. And now it's all about starting to design this truck. So first of all, we can put out the wheels, for example, because that would make sense. After we have this done, we can put out the wheels. One tip when sketching circles is to keep the pen or pencil straight from the paper, and that is going to help you with the accuracy of your circles, and not sketch circles like you sketch normally and have your pen like this. So tilt the pen this way and then practice sketching circles. Of course you can use a template if you want to, but I prefer to sketch freehand, but that's totally up to you. Now from this point, we're ready to start add some curvatures and some lines to this sketch. So for example, the hood, we can make a little bit of an angle right here. Also, of course, the windscreen needs to have an angle to it, so I'm just going to cut it right there. And then we're going to go all around the truck and create all of these angles here. And since it's a truck, they normally have a little not rounded, the fenders are usually not rounded. They have almost like a rectangular or square-like cutout for the wheels. So I want to add that to this truck. Not all trucks have that, but it's kind of a theme for most trucks to have this kind of styling. And that is something that you get from researching and looking at pictures and so on. From here, I'm just going to add some details to the front. So we have a front bumper. So a bumper, we can just make it simply make something like this. I'm trying to keep this sketch very simplistic in its design, because I know a lot of you are new to sketching and I don't want you to get overwhelmed with the first sketch. I want to take it a little bit easy, and as we go further in this with the videos on this channel, we're going to dive into some more advanced stuff. So what this is the far side wheels that we see underneath the truck. So that means that even if it's a side view, I still want to have it in perspective, because it gives some sort of depth, and it doesn't make the sketch look flat. So in order to do that, we want to add some sort of perspective and some depth to the sketch. And one way of doing that is to add the far side wheels like this. And right now I'm adding a base line for this truck so that it's actually sitting on the ground. And I think this hood is a little too short. So what I want to do, we can always go back and adjust as we go. If you make mistakes, that's not a big deal at all. Just go back. And especially if you're using a pencil, it's a lot easier because you can erase. But you can still do it with a pen. Just have to come up with some solutions for how you're going to solve some problems every now and then. But that's how you learn. You make mistakes and then you just either try again next time, or you work on the mistakes on the sketch that you're working on right now. And then you remember that to next time. So you make it once and then try to make it even better the next time you try it. So what I want to do now is we can add some very simplistic front lights like this. Kind of square looking. Maybe front grille that sticks out that we see from the side. And same on the back, we can design the back a little bit, maybe have an angle right there, and then create another bumper in the back here. Nothing too complicated at all. And then I want to add some more weight to the baseline. And the baseline is the line that is the bottom of the car, because I want to add some more thickness to this, because what that will do, it will give it some weight and some direction of the sketch, so it looks like it's sitting on the ground when we add some thickness to specific lines like this. And the baseline is the most important line to add some thickness to. And if you can hear some rumbling in the background, that's because we have a storm coming in as usual. I'm in Florida. And there is a Category 4 hurricane coming in next week, so that should be interesting. Hopefully we will still have electricity and I can continue to make videos. But you know, you never know when it comes to the hurricanes here. It happens every year. We have hurricane season here every single year. And some years are obviously worse than others, and a category 4 is pretty bad, but it's supposed to hit the East Coast. I hope everybody on that coast is going to be okay. And then once it comes over here, it's probably not going to be a category 4, but you know, you never know. So if you're hearing some rumbling in the background, that would be thunder right now outside. So as I said before, I wanted to add some depth to the sketch, and that's why we added this part right here. So we see the far side wheels. We can even fill them out like this if we want to. And the same principle goes for the interior. So this is glass here. So that means that we have to, if we want to, we can add so that we see through the glass and see part of the interior like this. So we see the other side through the window, and that is another thing that's going to add some depth to your sketches and make it look a little bit more interesting and not so flat when you do that. So from here we can add the cut line that pretty much every single truck has between the cab and the bed. So I'm going to add that right here. Just 2 parallel lines like that. That's all we need. Nothing more. And then we can add some rims to this, or some wheels. So let's make a circle inside of this circle. Well, that's a nice looking circle. It's kind of messed up, but it's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. And then we can have some spokes that goes like this maybe. So this is all up to you, what kind of spokes you want to design. It's all up to you. You can make round holes in this. As this top sketch right there, you can make spokes that goes like this. Maybe we can make another one right there. And then we can fill these in with some more ink here to make them stand out. And if you look at this sketch now, you can see that the tires here, they're kind of faded compared to the rest of the car, the rest of the truck. So I want to fill these in, especially the bottom part, because the bottom part is facing down. And that means that it's going to be hit by the shade. So let's fill in half of these tires here, all the way around the bottom half. And do the same, of course, on the front. And don't forget to rotate the paper when you're sketching like this. Wow, that's some really heavy thunder outside right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but that was insane. Probably in a couple of hours, everything is going to be flooded outside, is my guess. I'm just filling in these 2 lines here. And all of a sudden we can see that they kind of pop more from the paper, and that's one thing to think about when you're sketching, is the line weight and how important that is for the sketch, to really add some depth to it, especially if you're just using pencil or pen and not using any markers. You want the sketch to pop a little bit more. And there we go again. Some crazy thunder. So that is pretty much how to sketch a truck in side view. It doesn't have to be too complicated, and if you practice these steps a few times, I'm sure you're going to get a hang of it. I hope I didn't go too fast with this, and that you were able to follow along in this sketch. And one last thing we can do is add some fenders to this, because that's also one of these truck things that most trucks have. Some beefy fenders like that. Same on the front. Maybe a bit thinner than in the rear, but still add some sort of fender to this right there. And then we can add the door as well, the cut line for the door, and that will just go straight down like that. And from here you can add whatever details you want. We're not finished with the overall shape of the sketch of this truck here. We can add all these features, the graphics and so on. That's another step that you can take if you want to. But for the general idea of how to sketch a truck, this is what I wanted to show you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments below what you would like me to cover in coming videos. I'm really excited about this channel because, as I said, I have another channel that's mostly digital sketching, but I really miss sketching with pen and paper. I'm really excited to share these videos with you. So let me know below in the comments what kind of sketching videos you want to see in the future, and I'll see if I can make videos on that. So that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. I hope this video was helpful. I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.